Just if you could talk about going on the road and playing Wisconsin. They've kind of had some of the same issues you guys have had the last couple of weeks. Just they're going to be hungry for a win, and you guys are as well. Just how's that kind of set up, I guess?
I know the situation they're in is kind of similar to ours, so they're going to come out trying to play their A game as well, just like how we are. So we're going to be ready for that. We know that their gym is a hard place to play at. Ohio State hasn't had too much success there, but hopefully we can turn it around there and find a way to win.
You played them 3 times last year, so there's got to be a lot of familiarity on both sides. And other than Deshaun on your side and a couple guys on their side, it's pretty much a lot of the same guys will be going head to head. Just from going against them, what do you expect when you play Wisconsin?
We know they're going to be a tough basketball team. They're not going to let us get anything easy like some other teams might. Most likely, they're not going to be pressing up on us. They're going to probably sit back and inside the three-point line, daring us to shoot and just playing the way they always been playing. So we understand that. We got to figure out ways to score the ball against that.
You mentioned having Deshaun last year. Do you think maybe this team didn't anticipate what the loss of him would be this season?
We knew Deshaun was a great player, and losing the game was going to be a big thing for us. But I feel like LeQuaid and Mark played a great role in doing the things that Deshaun has done for us. They're all 3 different players, but I feel like the role that they take on after he left was great for us as well.
When Lenzel was in here the other night, he was ticked off about 4 things that weren't right with this team. He talked about leadership and camaraderie and a couple other toughness. And I just wondered, from the standpoint of the togetherness of this team right now, where are you guys, and is it causing a problem at all? You always talk about your defense is the best when you're playing 5 guys connected. And I wondered if for whatever reason, you guys just don't feel connected right now.
When you go through a tough stretch like the way we are, a lot of people start doubting, the things that we're going through. There are going to be situations in games where you got to just trust your teammates to do the right thing. You can't just try to play one-on-one basketball and feel like that's going to win us the game. I know we're all trying to find answers right now. We're not winning the games that we should be winning, and we're doing whatever we can to figure out what we can do to stop that from happening. But it's like playing one-on-one and not being together is something we can't do. We're not going to win any games by doing that. So once we start learning that we have to play together in order to win, we're going to be fine.
Specifically, last year's game at Wisconsin, what do you remember about that?
That's just a bad memory for us. There's probably no point of the game where we felt like we could win the game. That's a horrible feeling to have when you're playing a basketball game. So we know if we get in that situation again, it's going to be all bad for us. So we have to do whatever we can to make sure that doesn't happen.
Shannon, what's the end of games you guys have struggled? You've had leads in the last 5 minutes they've gotten away. What has to change? What is going wrong down the stretch? Because typically you guys have been very, very good closing games out. What's happening right now that needs to change?
I think ever since after the Michigan State game, once we got to that end stretch of the game, we're playing not to lose the game. We're not just keep playing our ball. So a lot of times we get a lead, we try to hold the ball and just get out of our offense completely, and that's not going to help us win. We got to keep being aggressive and playing our game once that happens.
Shannon, once again, Lenzel said after the game the other night that he feels like the rest of the Big Ten is laughing at you guys. Seeing the success that you guys have had, and it's like sharks smelling blood in the water. Every team always gives you the best, but now they're really coming after you. Do you get a sense that teams are elated to beat the king and to not rub it in, but listen, they're down, let's beat them down?
After we saw Nebraska storm the court after they beat us, and then the way Penn State really celebrated after they beat us, we know that despite what our record is in the Big Ten, every team wants to beat us. We're still the team that everybody wants to have an A game against and play against and beat them. So us knowing that, we got to be more ready every time we step on the court. We can't take anybody lightly. We can't play the game that we've been playing lately. We know Penn State was a great team. They could beat us, and they did that. They did that. So we really can't. We got to stop just playing the way we've been playing lately.
The other night, end of game, end of regulation, when the tying three-point shot, when Lenzel got screened, you sunk and gave the guy a lot of room to shoot the three. What happened on that?
I mean, that's a miscommunication between me and Lenzel. I should have been off the court contesting his man after my man screened for him. I thought he was going to keep the ball and try to get to the other side of the corner, but he didn't do that. And I got to stop anticipating the way I was. So that's really what just happened.
I'm sorry, you thought he was going to do what?
Like he's going to do a fake handoff and then try to get the ball to the other corner where Frazier might have been or another one of their shooters. So, I mean, I got to stop anticipating and just playing the game how it's happening right now.
Shane Becker, I wanted to ask you about, after the game the other night, Thad said that he thought, in terms of just shooting the basketball, that you guys might be stressing the matter right now.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, things just go better naturally when you see the ball go through the hoop. How do you feel that, not yourself, but as a unit, as a team, that you're viewing shooting the ball right now and the confidence that you have in that?
I mean, I think we're putting a lot of pressure on our shooting right now. We feel like if we don't make the shots, the end of the world. But we can't think like that as basketball players. There's no team in the country that's shooting 100%. So we got to stop believing that and playing that way. We just got to get on the court and make things happen, and the rest will take care of itself.
Just about every one of you guys that have come in here in the past week or so say that you've never been through anything like that. Nobody's ever lost 4 in a row. Now it's 5 out of 6. I'm assuming you haven't been. Your high school team was great. Your AAU team was great. I doubt you've ever been through it. Number one, have you? And number two, since your dad was highly successful as a basketball player, I'm assuming he had bad stretches in the NBA, because everybody does. Has he told you anything about how to get through this?
Well, first of all, I've never been through anything like this before. I mean, ever since I've been playing basketball since I was a little kid, I mean, I never lost this many times in a row, at least. So, I mean, it's a new experience for me. But my dad really just told me to just to keep playing the same way. Yeah, don't try to change your game up now because things aren't falling the way it is. You got to keep playing the way that you've been playing all year and get back to the little things that you're doing instead of just trying to please everybody. Just play your ball and everything will be good from there.
With so many upperclassmen on this team and the struggles that have happened, where's the leadership level for this group right now?
I mean, right now, I think Aaron would be the main guy, but we all got to take responsibility for the stuff that's going on. We got to hold each other accountable for all the mistakes we're making and talk to each other more. I mean, we finally had like a sit-down meeting between the team, and everybody got a chance to talk about what was going on between all of us and just figure out where we all stood with each other. And hopefully that was a big change for us. We can bounce back from that.
So if Aaron's not on the court, you know, who else has to step up? I mean, who has to be that guy? I mean, I know Aaron's out there most of the time, but you know, he can't be out there every minute of every game.
I mean, I know myself have to step up a little bit more, and Lenzel as well, and Sam.
Was that meeting after the Penn State game?
Yes.
Was it players only, or?
Yeah, we just sat down and talked about what was going on with the team and how we can change the season around.
Coming out of that, the meeting and everything, do you still feel, you guys have always had pretty good chemistry. Do you feel like the chemistry's there and it's just not playing well, it's not manifesting itself on the court? Are you guys still getting along? How do you feel like from that standpoint, you guys?
I mean, we all feel like brothers with each other. We don't talk badly about each other, nothing like that. We all feel like we're one big family between us, the players, and then the coaches and our managers and the training staff and everybody in this gym. We're all one family. We know that some of the fans might not be on our side right now, but we're not going to let that get to us. We know who we're playing for and why we're playing this game that we love. So when we all stick together, we're going to be all right.
We were asking about whether you guys had had a meeting a week or so ago while you were in that 4-game losing streak. I guess, why did it take 5 losses in 6 games before you guys had a meeting?
I mean, we talked when we started losing those games at first, but we didn't really sit down as a team and just really let it sink in. I mean, we know we're not an NCAA team right now, the tournament team. We're just playing bad ball. So I think us meeting right now is a great thing for us. I mean, honestly, I feel like out of all the games that we lost, we were in a situation to win at the end of the game, except for maybe one of the games. So us knowing that we can play better ball, but like the year's not over though. We know we can turn it around still.
Did that meeting happen right after the game on Wednesday night?
No,
or was
it
it
happened
Thursday?
yesterday. We just all sat down and met up yesterday.
Shannon, just that idea of this team thinking at this point in the year, we're not an NCAA tournament team. I know obviously you guys take it one game at a time, and when focus was in front of you, but like just, is that sort of crazy to even think that that might be a possibility for this program?
I mean, I think we're kind of spoiled by the teams that we've been on in our past. No matter what we went through, we're going to be in the NCAA tournament. But coming to reality now, that's not the case. We got to win our next game and just worry about that game, and then after that, take the next game by hand. So we don't want to think like that, but I mean, as human beings, we're going to notice that and we're going to realize that. Thank you.
Thanks, Shannon.
Thanks, Shannon.